really looking forward to Iris' cooking.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Aw, don't be that way. It's different when a girl cooks for you.
Fixing to upgrade? Can do. Whoa! Niff make this time? Is there nothing you lot won't pick up? Anywho, show me the parts and I'll show you serious firepower. Whoa! Whoa! Crown City weapons ain't designed with upgradability in mind. At least not their insides. You gotta work with what's outside. All right. I'll give you a call when it's ready. Ah, y'all brace yourself for power. Ah, y'all brace yourself for power.
Huh.
Look, Prince Noctis, even the Marshal came to say goodbye.
I guess it's goodbye for now.
Something I gotta get off my chest.
What's that?
I'm sorry. Sorry I wasn't there for your father. I swore an oath to protect the king, but I wasn't strong enough to uphold it.
Ain't nothing nobody could have done to stop what happened.
Yeah. I realize that.
But you need to realize just what you mean to the boys by your side.
I do.
Even if they can't solve your problems, you can't hide what's going on from them. It hurts like hell. Remember, those ain't your bodyguards. They're your brothers. Trust in them, always.
You can never have too many tools. Here, learn to wield not only weapons, but magic as well.
Waiting for an invitation? Get your asses on board.
We need our king!
Yeah! Count on it!
The wedding day arrives, but alas, without the bride. Of course, we've come for the Hydrian, and you've gone to such lengths to prepare.
Merely my duty.
Ah, but for an outsider to lead the Imperial army must be a battle in and of itself. You've spoken to Lady Lunafreya.
No.
That obstinate secretary, standing in the way, while you rush off to slay the Hydrian for your poor sister's sake. I know the price of the Covenant.
You know, I've always wanted to go sailing like this.
Not many opportunities living in Insomnia.
Out here, it's just us and the horizon. It's amazing. It's life-changing.
We've quite a ways to go until we reach Altisha, so keep gushing to your heart's content.
When we step off the boat, we'll be in a foreign country.
The anticipation alone is a foreign sensation.
Then to think this is where we were headed to begin with.
We've been through a lot.
And there's still more to come.
So next on the docket is Leviathan.
What sort of deity are we dealing with?
A serpent said to embody the roar and rage of the sea.
We'll have to see for ourselves.
Can't let Lady Lunafreya do all the heavy lifting. You must be so psyched to see her.
Luna?
Yeah.
Well, we need to make sure she's all right before anything else.
Indeed, her well-being is top priority.
Don't like this going down on Imperial turf.
You think Lady Lunafreya's in danger there?
The Empire did invade Lucis for the ring. I have no faith their ruthless ambitions will stop short of harming the Oracle.
Without the ring, the crystal's no more than a rock.
I suppose. Does anyone know how Lady Lunafreya came to have the ring?
It seems likely His Majesty entrusted it to her safekeeping back at the Crown City.
So she's held onto it this whole time, all the way to Altissia.
The ring is important, and so is Leviathan. But Luna comes first.
You know, I was thinking back to our encounter with Ravus. Do you recall an apparatus in place of his arm?
Yeah, I remember.
Seems he lost his old one in the invasion, but in its place, he seems to have acquired new power.
Power?
That would help explain how a son of Tenebrae suddenly came to command Niflheim's army.
Now that you mention it, his strength did seem sort of supernatural. I just chalked it up to the Oracle lineage.
His ancestry may be part of it, but that alone wouldn't account for his freakish strength.
I wonder what could have happened to him.
There's a disturbing rumor about Lord Ravus has taken to brandishing His Majesty's sword.
My dad's.
Then what's the big idea behind that?
That his power's the same as the power of kings?
I cannot say for sure, but I have my doubts. Ravus wears the sword, yet doesn't wield it.
For all his newfound powers, he's still the Chancellor's lapdog, holding onto the enemy king's sword like some badge of honor.
It might help if we knew what he was after.
Who can say?
What are the odds the Empire will crash the pool party with Leviathan?
Consider it a guarantee. They felled a god to prevent Noct from receiving his blessing. They'll do so again.
But we beat him to the big guy, thanks to our friendly guide.
Never know which way that one's gonna move next.
The Chancellor has an agenda all his own.
Sometimes it helps, like when he called off his army and let us escape.
But he was still a creep about it.
Well, feels like he's only helping us because he wants something. I just don't know what.
Reckon we'll see him again?
Certainly hope not.
Not your type?
No love lost for phonies.
As Gladio said, his actions are motivated not by altruism, but by self-interest. And when he does come to our aid, I see only condescension in his eyes.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Ever think you think too much?
Sometimes, but it's always preferable to the alternative.
So, soon you'll have your old man's ring back.
Yeah, when we arrive in Altissia.
Good thing. To him, it was his heritage.
Is that what my dad said?
Carrying a royal line ain't a task to be taken lightly. For a small thing, that ring can sure weigh heavy. After he became king, I only ever saw his face in the paper.
Wait, weren't you at the coronation?
No, I was long gone from the city.
Must have been invited at least.
Had a falling out of sorts with your old man. Right at the end of the trip.
You did?
I was given to understand you stayed in touch.
We buried the hatchet years later, but never talked face to face again. Should have paid a visit while I had the chance. Well, no use dwelling on it now. Got the regalia in the hold, but you're all gonna stay in Altissia for a good while, right?
Yes, we believe so.
In that case, I'll tune her up for y'all. Not that I'll have much to do, though. Well, with Cindy looking after the old girl.
If you say she's good, she must be great.
She was never afraid of hard work. Heaven knows she had a hard childhood.
Hard childhood?
He means her parents.
Lost them both when she was little. Was big enough to understand, though. And to hurt. But you wouldn't guess that, seeing her now.
Not at all. She's always so cheerful.
Well, that ought to tell you how far she's come.
Now, you must have seen your fair share of Altissia by now.
Yeah, only done been the once. Stayed a good while, though.
What's it like?
Big old city.
Big. Okay.
Well, it ain't the crown city.
Different. Got it.
You'll see for yourself. Foreign lands seldom lend themselves to trite explanations.
Change of scenery ought to do you good.
Well, I'm all talked out. Can't be far to Altissia now, right?
We'll be there in no time. Nice having the wind at our backs.
Lodgings are a first order of business.
All work and no play?
Makes Cygnus a dull boy.
Someone has to babysit you, too.
You're welcome to sleep in the wild.
Ain't no hotel, but I know a fella has a place.
Hey now.
Wescombe ran with Reggie and me way back when.
Oh, was he the other one in that photo with the garage?
Yep, runs himself a diner or a cafe or something. Go and see for yourselves.
Sure. Does the place have a name?
McGee or Magoo or Mago, that's the one.
Nice.
You can count on Old West, but he'll chew your ears off.
The government issued a statement promising that the reasons behind awakening the Hydrian would be clarified in the ceremonial address.
Got a signal.
Delivering the address will be Lady Lunafreya, who was previously reported dead. This will mark her first public appearance since the violence that befell the signing ceremony.
Lady Lunafreya's gonna give a speech?
Sounds like it.
Lord knows. This world could use some wisdom.
Won't be much longer now, Noct.
Yeah.
Does this vessel have an entry permit?
Entry permit?
Relax. I got one. Here.
That's as old as they get. Seems in order. You may pass.
Prepared in advance?
Could say that. 30-odd years ago.
That's what the guy meant by old.
Lucky us, huh?
That could have ended badly.
Phew! Finally back on land.
Barely. They call it the walls of water, but it ain't just the walls. It's the whole damn city.
Which is why we can't traverse the town by conventional means. We'll need to rely on gondolas instead.
Yay! More boats.
Hey, not this. Catch. Key to the boat. What? Don't you want to go sailing again?
Are you sure?
Why not? Old girl ought to be sturdy enough. Not even an awful driver like Reggie could sink her. A king can't rule with wisdom alone. He needs perspective. So get out there and see the world, you hear?
Huh.
What's next? Immigration?
What do you mean? There's still more?
Sir, what is the purpose of your visit?
Purpose, Ignis, a little help?
Utterly hopeless. We are scholars of the culinary arts, and we've come to study the renowned cuisine of your fair nation.
Is that so? I wish you an enlightening stay.
Another one you owe me.
want to check Wescom's place out?
Yeah, let's all go to Mago.
Perhaps we'll even make it in time for tea.
And we'd better start looking now.
He just stood there, staring at the church and looking all sad. Can you blame him? Is this...
It's a photographer's dream.
What a city.
You see this, Noct?
What about it?
So, someone caught the secretary at Mago again.
She and the barkeep sure are friendly.
There's gotta be something going on. She wouldn't spend so much time at...
Oh, this is bad.
We should be pretty close to a famous photo spot.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, man! My arms are killing me. Ugh.
Do I dare ask why?
You know, just been pumping some iron, getting them gains.
Yeah, I think this group's only got room for one musclehead.
Then Gladio better step aside, 'cause these guns shoot to kill.
Million-gill question. What are we eating? I'm starved.
Did you see that over there, Noct?
What about it?
It's nice to not have to kill anything.
What should I buy?
Eat something?
Is it evening already?
Time flies when you're having fun.
It's a little chilly.
Yeah.
Let's head back to our room. The city's quite lovely at twilight.
Yeah, but there's something lonely about it too.
Bet the view's even better from a gondola.
What should I buy?
It's a little chilly.
Indeed. Huh.
His arm's so cool. I mean, not like I actually want one of my own or anything.
So what next?
Let's grab a bite.
Let's take a look inside.
Shop till you drop.
It's freezing.
You'll catch cold if you don't wear your jacket.
Gondola! Care for a ride?
What should I buy?
Fantastic. Call when you need a ride back.
Welcome to Accordo, lads. Sid mentioned you'd be dropping in. Weskamarma, as you've gathered. My word, you've grown, little prince. Ah, but of course. You were only a babe at the time.
He just stood there, staring at the church.
So this is your maiden visit. Enjoying it so far? You doubtless have many questions, so ask away.
This country is a part of the Empire, isn't it?
Oh, you're wary. I understand. But there's no need to jump at every shadow. Just be aware that the terms of our independence grant the Empire free reign to come and go as they please.
We'll bear that in mind.
It's admittedly a one-sided arrangement. Most everything we do requires Niflheim's permission. And they wouldn't knowingly permit the Oracle to appear before the public. How our government spun that is quite a mystery.
So you see lots of Nifs around here?
We do, sometimes even at my place. Theirs is a familiar presence, and the citizens don't think much of it. Though the High Commander did cause a stir when he showed up the other day.
Ravis.
So soon after they felled the Archean and Lucis, his arrival fuels rumors that they will next come to Altisha. The Empire's not content ruling all the land. They want the heavens as well.
You really think Luna will make an address?
If every recent radio broadcast is to be trusted, absolutely.
Where is Lady Lunafreya?
In the city somewhere. But no one has caught so much as a glimpse of her. The media has been conspicuous in its silence on the matter, which speaks volumes of government intervention. That certainly explained the rumors of disgruntled Imperial officers leaving the city.
Has anything changed with Leviathan?
For now, it's business as usual at port. But word is the government will soon open the altar of the Tide Mother.
In preparation for the rite.
Ah, but on the other hand, they're scrambling to stockpile emergency provisions. This begs the question, if they're anticipating that the Hydrian will wreak havoc, why would they allow the rite to proceed? Well, if you need anything else, you know where to find me.
Thanks, appreciate it.
My dear Camellia, it's been a while.
I heard about your distinguished guests.
Ah, you've an ear for gossip.
Shop till you drop.
Take a shot from here.
Oh, this lighting's no good. Maybe next time.
Now I see why people flock from far... Why to the walls of water. He just stood there, staring at the church and looking all sad. Can you blame him? His sister was supposed to get married there. But he knew what was going to happen that day. He could have at least warned her. Well, what if he wanted to but couldn't? He must be eating him up inside.
What do you feel like?
What should I buy?
So, someone caught the secretary at Margot again.
She and the barkeep sure are friendly.
There's gotta be something going on. She wouldn't spend so much time at that place.
Huh.
Bet the view's even better from a gondola.
Gentlemen, I won't waste your time. My name is Camellia Claustra.
First Secretary of the Accordo Protectorate.
You should know, we have Lady Lunafreya in our care. And the Empire demands we surrender her.
What?
Yet I am loath to acquiesce unless we stand to profit. Hence I've come to discuss terms with the King of Lucis. If you've a mind to talk, come to my estate.
She can be oblique at the best of times, but I assure you, her heart is in the right place.
Oh, okay.
At any rate, you must be weary from your journey. Might I suggest you seek your beds for now and ponder matters anew in the morning?
Yeah, I think we'll do just that.
Let's take a look inside.
Remember, your heart is yours to follow. Just see to it that you proceed with caution. Should you ever need it, Margot is at your disposal.
Now I see why people flock from far and wide to the walls of water. Shop till you drop.
Eat something?
So, someone caught the secretary at Margot again.
She and the barkeep sure are friendly.
Let's grab a bite.
Deadeye is dead. Disguised farmers are celebrating the demise of the infamous behemoth who terrorized the region. The predator's insatiable appetite led it to wreak havoc on farms and ravage crops. This hunt followed several unsuccessful attempts by bands of hunters to put an end to the menace. The repeated failures had begun to create a crisis of confidence among beleaguered residents. But it was a different story as the hunters reported the beast felled by a team of 4 of their finest. No damage was done to the surrounding area.
Bet the view's even better from a gondola.
He just stood there, staring at the church and looking all sad. Can you blame him? His sister was supposed to get married there. But he knew what was going to happen that day. He could have at least warned her. But what if he wanted to but couldn't? Must be eating him up inside. She doesn't rub shoulders with the Empire by choice. Everybody knows she wants independence. Maybe she can ally herself. With the prince now that he's come back to life. Wait, is that why she went to Margot? Oh my gosh.
Well, look who it is. So, what brings you here today? Be forewarned, this won't be a test of luck, but of skill. That ought to tide you over for a bit. It's in your hands now, lads. Excellent choice. It's in your hands now, lads. That ought to tide you over for a bit. I can recommend anything on the menu. Just a moment then, lads.
Oh yeah, here it comes.
You're always welcome here.
What should I buy?
So, care to take a cruise? Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. Splendid. Where are we off to?
Ah, the breeze feels good.
Indeed.
Now I see why people flock from far and wide to the walls of water.
Fantastic. Call when you need a ride back.
Let's grab a bite.
We made it.
Welcome. You won't find fresher fish anywhere else. Pleasure. Appreciate it.
See that fish? Wonder where you can catch it.
Dunno. Why don't you ask the shop?
Couldn't be bothered.
Oh, I know what you mean. I'm awkward around people, too.
Yeah, right.
Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure.
Huh.
Million-gill question. What are we eating?
They're extending the exhibit for Lady Lunafreya's wedding dress.
The Vivian Westwood? But wasn't that a memorial for her passing?
Well, now it's a memorial for her safe return. Let's go see it while we still can.
Oh, could that be the dress we read about in the papers?
Doubtless. The designer's name is the same.
Want to check it out?
That depends on the groom. Might still be a sore spot. What with his wedding getting called off?
Who says we can't call it back on? It can still happen.
True enough. Let's keep an eye out for it.
How about the cafe in the brochure? Now I see why people flock from far and wide to the walls of water.
Hello, boys. Feel free to browse at your leisure. Stop by again sometime.
Gentiana.
Ahead lies a future uncertain, yet sure is the astral memory, wherein the king may walk.
Come on, let's go see the dress.
Oh, let me look up the nearest stop.
It's not far. We can walk it.
Sounds like we're... Well, guess we need to go talk to Camellia.
Yeah, like we have any other option.
There's no telling how events will unfold. Let us prepare before making our way.
Yeah, she can sit tight a while.
Greetings.
Could crash right here. Nice. I swear half your photos are selfies.
Hashtag sorry not sorry.
Well taken. Good morning.
Hey.
If we win at the arena, let's grab drinks to celebrate.
Did you see that over there, Noct?
What about it?
Fantastic. Call when you need a ride back. So, care to take a cruise?
It's nice to not have to kill anything.
Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure.
Greetings. You are not from here. Alessio's my name. Coin collecting's my game. Oracle Ascension coins specifically. Have you any? If you're willing to part with some, I'll gladly trade you a token of equal value. Bring some more coins and I'll have something special in store for you.
Excuse me, could you point us to the shop with Lady Lunafreya's dress?
Just follow this road towards the Secretary's estate. Then brace yourself for the insane crowds.
Oh, well, I guess that's to be expected. Thank you.
She's a big deal.
Big? Think you mean huge?
You truly get the sense.
I could eat a horse.
Huh.